Okay guys, welcome back to another video. I have some more big news for you guys. Um well, depending on who you're asking, because some people might not care about this too much, but I figure I'll go ahead and talk about it anyway. Apparently, it sounds like Bed Bath and Beyond is coming back from the dead. Yep, that's another. There's another we have another store chain coming back from the dead. At least rumored. I don't know if it's coming back or not, but it sounds like, from what I could read, it is coming back with like a new name. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about this in today's video. But before I get any further, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys are still subscribed to my channel, because there has been some problems with that with people. And this is probably the last news-related video I'll do right now. I want to finish up my SpongeBob reviews, so I got the videos pretty much done, but I'm gonna have to make that and all that. So there is that. But I believe I'm gonna get to that one next. We'll see what happens. I mean, I do want to get to that review, but the reviews, especially when I'm covering an entire season or even like a certain amount of episodes, it takes a little while. So my phone's gotta be a certain percentage in order to make it work. So yeah. But yeah, you guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and also Threads, because Threads is part of Instagram and all that. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't understand. Like I've said this before, but I still don't get the whole needing Threads to to have that. But I have to have it to I'm not sure if you guys have to have it, but I have to have it to see people's opinions and posts on my stuff, because apparently people have comments on some of my posts I made, and I have not seen them because I didn't know I needed Threads to freaking do it. So that's just stupid, but that's just how it is, I guess. But yeah, but that's pretty much all I have to say. So let's go ahead and get into this. So we got Bed Bath & Beyond. Now, if you guys don't know what Bed Bath & Beyond was, Bed Bath & Beyond was a store chain that has been around for a long time, but unfortunately went bankrupt. I think in 2023 or 2024 they went bankrupt. I think it was 2023 they went bankrupt. Because actually, ironically, they went bankrupt around the time when I started doing this thing where I was collecting, gift cards for stores and all that. And I actually have a big collection there, but they went out of business, so I didn't really do all that. It's not that before I started, going heavy on, buying stuff at stores, so there was that. Because I would show off things I got at stores. Some of these stores are going to be a little bit more tricky to do, because some of them just, like Mattress Firm, mainly just sells mattresses and all that. So I don't know if I'll be doing them or not. They're kind of a little expensive too, so I don't know. But I am kind of on a journey to collect gift cards. I kind of wish I did this stuff years ago, because there's been so many stores that have gone bankrupt, that I used to shop at, since then. Some of them are coming back from the dead. Like, I've heard Ames, is coming back. I made a whole video talking about that stuff. And the fact that now we got this here too. It looks like a lot of stores are coming back from the dead, which is ironic because of the whole tariff thing going on, with Trump and all that, So it makes me wonder, maybe the tariffs are not as bad as people are gonna say, maybe, I don't know. I mean, to be fair though, he hasn't been in office for an entire year yet, so you can't really say it. some things have gone up, but a lot of things, like, I even found, like, these shoes, which I'm gonna showcase them. I found them at this mall, and they were like, had a very good deal. I got these shoes for I'm gonna be Ronald McDonald for, for Halloween. And the reason why I want to be Ronald McDonald is because I want it to be popular again. So I want to be Ronald McDonald so people can see me, and maybe inspire people to dress up as Ronald McDonald. That's kind of mainly the reason why I'm doing it. Otherwise, I probably would wear my velvet costume, for Halloween, But maybe if people see it more, maybe it'll inspire people wanting to be, Ronald McDonald again, But if you guys don't know who Velvet is, Velvet's a character from Katamari, Because I was the prince one year, and then I wanted to be Velvet, because I wanted to be some of the other cousins. But it was pretty nice, being able to, be that. Unfortunately, my mom didn't actually, finish making the costume. She waited till the last minute to do it. Literally, I think it was like a day or two before that. Some of the eyes and all didn't get finished. So it kind of sucked there, but that's why I'm having Mamaw handle the Ronald McDonald costume this year. Because although I'm going to be paying for it with my disability money, it would still be, it'd be better than having because I want the costume to actually look like, Ronald McDonald. And the shoes will not look exactly like him, because they wanted me to buy the costume and buy the shoes separate. And I'm like, I'm not doing that, I'm not gonna do that, I'm like, as long as people know what it looks like, that's all I care about, but yeah, I could have been like Birdie or Grimace, but I chose Ronald because Ronald, I feel like I kind of miss him, but that said, though, yeah, basically, I am finding some deals and all that. So clearly, the tariffs are not as bad as people are saying. And in some countries, like I said, Canada and all that, are throwing a fit about that from the U.S. But I mean, I don't know. To be fair, though, we're giving, a lot of these countries money for the companies and all that we produce and stuff. But to be fair, though, we need to make more stuff in America, too. We need to make more stuff in America, because if we don't do that, then our country is going to collapse, because we are paying all these other countries for these products to be made and shipped here. So it's hurting our company, our country too, and people don't realize that, because, it's because, these people don't live in the U.S. Like, it's not their fault, they just don't live in the U.S., so they don't understand it. And they do watch, like, social media and all that, and social media doesn't always tell you the truth, or they don't tell you everything, like with stuff, and well, not just social media, like CBS, like CNN and CBS and all that. They don't tell you everything, but that's the thing, though. That's why having this stuff in them. That's why again, having things being made in America too would be nice. But I mean, I don't think cutting it from the countries completely is a good idea either, because we get some good stuff from other countries, but. I'm like I said, I'm not very, like, I kind of just, like, I mean, I get why, where we have these things, happening, but I don't agree with, how they're being handled exactly, but it's what it is, I guess. But the fact that all these stores are, announcing they're opening back up, and a lot of these, well, some of these, like, Ames and all that have been announcing it for a few years now, and I think, like, Circuit City has announced that they were wanting to do it a few times, and then they kind of backed down. But then, COVID came and all that, and they kind of stopped. And then now that they had their website back up, I saw their website, their prices are kind of hit or miss. You can find some good deals, but there's not a lot of stuff on there. But the website just opened back up in February, and they're talking about actually opening actual stores up again, too. So it's good for that the retailers are coming back, and then Bed Bath & Beyond is coming back, The thing is, though, with this store is I'm not very familiar with it. Like, I think I've been in there maybe a couple times. I don't know. Like, I didn't really shop at Bed Bath & Beyond, but from what I could gather with pictures online, it looked like it had other stuff in there. It's actually one of those places that I'm actually wanting to look at on Google Maps. Like, I actually want to look on Google Maps and for you guys and do a reaction, see kind of what they look like inside of them. But the fact that they went out of business kind of sucks, but they're coming back, but I don't know how long they'll survive, because with Circuit City and Toys R Us, there's not really a lot of competition. I mean, well, there's competition, like you can buy a lot of these products at Walmart or something, but there's something, different about them. But like Bed Bath & Beyond might be like a Kmart situation where Kmart, the problem is that Kmart is, well, number one, the CEO kind of ran the damn brand into the ground and all that, and there's like one Kmart left, and it's in New York. Not New York, that one shut down. That was like the second to last one, but the one in like Florida, it was the last one to shut down, and the last one to survive, and it's not very big and it ain't doing well. It's because, again, like, I think the products, they don't really have any products, special products to buy there you can't buy somewhere else. So they basically they're going out of business, and I don't think I've seen a commercial for Kmart or Sears in like years. And I'm talking about before COVID. I don't think I've seen a Kmart, maybe a Sears commercial, maybe I've seen, maybe 2015 or 2016, but I have not seen a Kmart commercial in years. Like, it's probably been over 10 years since I've last seen a Kmart commercial. And this shows you kind of how bad the advertisement stuff is. Now, to be fair, though, a lot of these people were going and telling you, like, streaming and all that, too. But I still would, like, go to, like, people's house or go to a hotel and we have commercials and all that. I never saw anything about that stuff, so it like went out of business. Same with Bed Bath & Beyond. Like, there's like no, like, I don't see a lot of like ads on it either. Honestly, I think in general, social media has kind of destroyed ads in general. Like, even YouTube, they play like freaking like ads every like 2 minutes. It's honestly really annoying. Like, I hate it. So I basically have the ad-free stuff. I have the deal, like, I think it's like, it's a cheaper deal. It's like, I think a $7.99 one. Unfortunately, like, not everything is, free on there. Some of the videos will still play ads on them, but most of it is pretty much gone. I actually kind of use it, but that's because I don't like having ads play every freaking 2 minutes on the damn videos. But like Paramount Plus and all that, like in, cable and Dish, if you still have that, they don't like shove ads down your throat like crazy. And they're long enough where they actually advertise crap, or YouTube and all that. The ads are freaking super short. And they're long. They're actually long. Some of them are getting to like a minute and a half to 2 minutes long. But they still just shove you like 5 or 6 of them at you at a time, instead of just making a couple of them, so there's more time to advertise stuff, so. But that's the thing, though. I think if it had more advertisements, then these stores probably would help, too. Amazon's kind of been killing a lot of these stores, too. But the thing is, though, with Amazon's not the same as actually going to a store. Amazon, everything you get online, which I feel like was doing very well for a while there, and then now people are starting to realize that I think after COVID, kind of, I hate to say it, COVID's not really the best, like, it's not really the best thing that happened. It actually caused a lot of people to die and all that, and all that, and a lot of businesses to shut down. But you have to admit, if it weren't for COVID, I think a lot of people probably wouldn't understand the feeling of going out somewhere. Because people are realizing that being cooped in their house all the time, thanks to COVID, has kind of, it's not as good, And now, people are able to go out more and all that, and, go to shopping. No, online shopping can be useful in some cases, but I think going to a store and actually seeing the products is so much better. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what will go on with Bed Bath and Beyond. But apparently, it's going to be called Bed Bath and Beyond Home. So it's actually going to have a different name. But it's actually going to stay. It's going to stay the same name, but they're going to change the word home. Which I'm like, that sounds better. You know, like I thought originally they were going to actually just like rebrand the name altogether, and I'm just like, they basically it's just they're not really coming back at that point. You know, they're still gonna, the brand's still gonna be gone. I mean, they'll sell probably the products at the stores, but they'll be pretty much gone. But now apparently they're coming back, but they're adding the word home, it looks like, to the bottom of it, I think. I mean, I could be wrong there. That could be just like a different kind of store. I don't know, because you got like Kmart's too. Kmart's have different names for their stores. Like you had big Kmart's, you had regular Kmart's, you had like super Kmart's. You know, they had different names for them. You know, and super Kmart's were like the huge stores. Which, by the way, you still got like you still have super Walmarts and super Targets and all, but they don't really use the name super anymore. You know, so yeah, but Kmart was known for doing that a lot compared to other stores, so maybe it could be like that with Bed Bath and Beyond, but I think, you know, them adding home to it as well, I think maybe just they're talking about giving it a new name. That might be what it is, just adding the word home to it. Maybe because they sell home supplies, maybe other than beds and all that. You know, maybe that's what it is. I don't know how I feel about the word home, though, in there, because I'm like, Bed Bath and Beyond, having the 3 B's there. Of course, they have the and symbol, too, but it's just an and symbol, you know. So it kind of takes away the, you know, a little bit of, you know, the unique looking, you know, font, you know, with the 3 words with the letter B in it. But it still kind of looks like something, you know. So I don't know. I don't know how well this store will do, though. I don't know if it'll do very well or not, because again, there's other competition too and all that. Same with Big Lots. Big Lots is kind of the same. Big Lots has come back, but Big Lots too, you know, will also, you know, shut down, like, you know, they basically shut all the stores down and then opened some of them back up, which I don't know why they just didn't just keep those back, like keep some of them open, just close the rest of them down, you know, if they were gonna just do that. I don't know. But, yeah, the fact that they're bringing Bed Bath & Beyond back is definitely pretty crazy, though. Yeah, I will say I'm not a big fan of the color being black, too. I kind of like the blue better, too. The blue kind of made it more stand out more. I don't really care for the black logo too much. Maybe they might have some blue ones, too. I don't know. Big Lots kind of did that too. Big Lots, some of the logos were orange, some of them were orange, some of them were actually black, you know. Like the one that opened up in Jeff, like, which didn't last very long, that one was orange, while the one in Columbia, that one was like, I think black, I believe. So I mean, maybe they might have others too with different colors. I don't know. I don't really know. I just don't care for the black logo too much. It just doesn't stand out very well. And the font looks a lot smaller too. So I don't know. I don't know what will happen here. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. But I don't know. I'm hoping maybe this is a sign. Maybe like other stores. Maybe like Kmart could come back too. I don't know. I mean, Kmart was a good store, but I don't know if it needs to come back. But I also hate seeing the way it fell too. I'm just like, I mean, it was a popular chain too, but basically it's the freaking CEO again, like I said with that one, that they basically screwed the whole thing up and then started shutting them down and all that, and it basically died a slow, painful death. And Sears is the same way. Sears is dying a slow, painful death too. There's like, I think 7 of them left. I think 7 Sears left in the whole U.S. That's right, the whole U.S. There's like 7 of them left. and then after that they're gone. I don't know if one of them is in the last Kmart in the U.S., but that one's also a that Sears is also a I mean, Kmart's also very tiny. Like I said, they're very tiny. You know, I don't know. But the thing is, though, with Sears and all that, Sears is but the problem with their you know locations too. They're not very busy. I've seen people go to some of these. They're not very busy. But again, there's probably part of it too is between online shopping and well, actually, I don't know. Online shopping, I don't know, a lot of the products they bought, they sold that were online shopping. I don't know if you could really get that or any like. It'd probably be easier just to go to the store and buy that stuff, you know. But Sears also, I don't think, had an online shopping. At least I'm not aware of it. I mean, maybe they did. But again, they don't freaking advertise the stuff, you know. They need that. If they're gonna come back, they need to advertise stuff, you know. But I don't know. I don't know what will happen there. But yeah, a lot of Kmarts when they were closing down, a lot of them were turned from big Kmarts to regular Kmarts, which was kind of weird because they still sold a lot of other stuff. Maybe they like took out some sections or something. Cause our one in Jeff, they basically took out the game section, which I thought like that was kind of a weird take. I'm like, they took out the game section, like the movie section. I can understand because movies were starting to fade out around that time. Even though they're coming back now, when they did all that, they were fading out from existence. Which is why I started stocking them up because I was like, I knew all this crap was gonna go to hell, but. You know, some people were questioning, like, why I, you know, would carry DVDs. I'm like, well, I'm carrying them because this crap's gonna go to hell, and it did. I saw it happening a mile away. By a mile, I mean, like, several years out. That's one thing, I guess, that's good about having autism. You see this stuff better than other people. But yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond, though, like I said, I mean, I'm hoping maybe they'll come back. Like I said, I mean, maybe we'll see what happens, we'll see what they're like, but, again, I didn't really shop at Bed Bath & Beyond either, you know, so maybe if they open some stores, then maybe I'll check them out for you guys. Maybe buy some products and show them off, I don't know. I do have a gift card, though, because, speaking of Sears, before I left the video, speaking of Sears Sears and, you know, Bed Bath & Beyond, our Mosers, and by ours, I mean the one in, like, Fulton, because there's, like, one my dad goes to. They actually kept the, they still sell the gift cards there. Yeah, they still have, I was able to actually get me, well, they actually gave it to me, I was worried I had to buy it, but I'm like, I'd rather just have it, you know, because I was going to get the name and all that, and I got it. And they had Sears, too. They had a Sears gift card there, too. Now, I guess technically Sears is still a company in Illinois. They don't have locations much anymore, but apparently they do have their service where they can, I think, what was it, like, to check on products and all that, or, like, not products, but, like, on your house and all that, like, help you with that. Apparently they're still in business there. It's just, like, the stores and all that are pretty much shutting down, but I don't know. But we'll see what happens here, but, yeah, I do think that is kind of funny, but yeah, I think the website shut down too, Bed Bath & Beyond, you know, so, they shut that down as well, but we'll see what happens, but I just think out of all the places that are to open back up right at the moment would be Bed Bath & Beyond. It's kind of crazy, because again, they're not as well known. Like, I would expect, like, maybe Family Video, or, like, maybe, I don't know, like, I wouldn't say Kmart, because Kmart, you know, is more so in the, you know, Australia and all that, like, they're bigger, like, over there, but, like, you know, because they're owned by a different company over there, but, like, I feel like, you know, like, maybe, like, I don't know, like, maybe having Blockbuster opening stores back up would be more likely, even though they had that last Blockbuster store, which helps them stay in business and all that, you know, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But that said, though, I'm going to go ahead and probably let things go from here. I'll see you guys all later. Tell me what you guys think about this. Anywho, bye-bye.